We're off. No. You're out of control.
Good morning. It's 10 a.m. on Tuesday, August 6th,
You're out of control.
2024. Call this meeting of the Wichita County Commissioners Court to order. If everyone would please rise, Commissioner Beecham will give our invocation.
Father God in heaven, Lord, we just thank you.
Meeting of the Wichita County
Thankful that we
Commissioners
can
Court
live
to
in
order.
community and
If everyone would please rise,
proudly
Commissioner
proclaim
Beecham
your
will
name
give
and
our
Lord,
invocation.
praise and glory for all the blessings that you bestow on each and every one of us. Lord, I pray you would give us all wisdom
Everyone would
and
please
discernment,
rise,
proudly
Commissioner
proclaim
Beecham
what's
will
right
give our invocation.
and to follow your guidance, Lord, for all the blessings that you bestow. Lord, we just pray for our first responders and for our military, Lord. Lord, that you would keep them safe and in your arms always, Lord. Lord, we just love you and thank you for loving us. We bless this court now as we go about the duties that we've been keep them given, Lord. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Love you.
We pledge the U.S. flag.
Bless this.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Of the United States of America and to the honor of the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, indivisible, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Everyone may be seated.
Honor the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas.
So at this time, I would like to invite Dwayne Pierce. Is it Pierce or Purse? Purse. Dwayne Purse up. Yeah, come on up. So Dwayne is our new Texas A&M AgriLife Extension agent.
Good morning.
But it looks like first I'm actually going to introduce Lori Quinn with AgriLife to introduce an agent. But it looks like first I'm actually going to introduce Lori Quinn with AgriLife to introduce an agent.
Position. That brings a lot of stability to the position, and we're looking forward to the things that Dwayne is going to do. He has a lot of experience, his bachelor's and his master's, and in ag-related industry, and a wealth of knowledge he's going to bring to the position. So Dwayne is going to do has a lot of experience in Wichita County, bachelor's and his master's. I appreciate the support of the court in ag-related industry, and a wealth of knowledge he's going to bring to the position. So Dwayne is going to do has a lot of experience in Wichita County.
Yeah, hold on one second, because we audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
Okay.
You never know when that happens.
Audio is messed
We
up.
may say something important.
We're not. I want the whole county to know Dwayne.
You never know when that happens.
She plays bass. Well, she did play cello, but she switched over to my side of the fence. So
I was talking to somebody the other day, and said, I can't remember who it was now. Said,
she plays bass. Well, she
Marketing
did play
teacher.
cello. But she switched over.
She's still singing songs.
Yes, she's a wonderful singer. She plays bass.
Mark said later on,
She switched over. Maybe.
she'll invite you up.
Maybe she'll let me write music for her. Maybe.
Katrina would have been here today also, but she's at 4-H Agents Conference this week.
Maybe she'll let me write music for her.
Conference season.
It is.
And you get to move in just about.
Trina would have been here today also, but she's at 4-H agents conference.
Yeah.
What's the projected date on that?
We're going out for bids right now, so
Okay. Trina would have been here today also.
middle of next summer position.
I bet y'all are in your building before I'm in mine.
Asking around here what a completion.
It's a crapshoot.
You know, I'm going on 3 years being at my office, so I know completion dates.
Asking around here what a completion.
It's a crapshoot.
Well, our main office is in Lockett, the one that had my office, the tornado. I know, or nearly 3 years ago. That's what they're working on.
Okay, sorry about that. I think we're good to go.
Okay.
So I won't ask you to repeat what you said.
Okay.
But this time I guess call Dwayne up and let him introduce himself.
That's
Say a
what
few
they're
words.
working
To the podium so make sure the mics can hear. We're good to go.
on. Okay.
So
I'm Dwayne
I won't ask
Purse,
you to repeat what you
live
said.
here in Wichita County,
But this
Iowa
time I
Park.
guess call Dwayne up and let him introduce.
Look forward to this new position.
Well, we are excited to have you. It's been a 13 months now, or will be. Well, it'll end up being 12 when you end up starting.
Look forward to this new
official start date September 1st. So we are excited to have you. It's been a 13
Let me,
months.
let me tell you just a couple of stories about Dwayne before we move on. I've known him a long time, and he has been known to tear things up every once in a while. But we all do, so anyway. When this position came up, I called him one day. I said, Dwayne, he has been known to tear things up. I said, we're talking about but we all do need a good extension agent. When this position agriculture, not just agronomy and agriculture, but agronomy and agriculture on the rolling plains, which is totally different than agronomy and agriculture in other parts of the world. That's what makes that important. That's exactly what David Graff did, agronomy and agriculture. David grew up in Vernon. He knew the rolling plains. It's different here than it is in agronomy and agriculture. Dwayne's very experienced. He's run his own operation for a long time, and I never will forget when my late friend Freddie Domi and we'd all get together and they'd start talking about things, and for a little bit I'd have to say, hey, slow down a little bit, guys. Bring me up to speed. No, he's very well works well with the kids, understands the 4-H programs, understands how important that is, and that's a major part of our agri-life extension here in Wichita County. Great kids. So Dwayne, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you, and we still do. We need you a lot more than you need us, and we're proud that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, a mutual friend told me that you're called the Wheat Whisperer.
He is.
A mutual friend told me that you're called the Wheat Whisperer.
I got some.
I think your background and what you do and how you're involved in ag, I hope you continue that because it sure brings expertise to the field. It's one thing to tell somebody about it, but it's another thing to do it.
One thing that's unique about Wichita County is it's got a lot of micro environments throughout the county that I've got a lot of experience in Kansas and New Mexico, all parts of Texas. And one thing that's little areas that meet other places around that diversity that makes Wichita. I've got a lot of experience in Kansas. That experience in all these other places, we can fine tune little areas, these areas, and other places around that diversity that makes Wichita.
And Dwayne brought his boss with him today, and Eva, say hello.
Experience in all these
His
other
wife.
She wouldn't let me drive.
Dwayne, welcome to the team. Excited to have you and looking forward to working with you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dwayne, welcome to the team. Excited to have you and looking forward to working with you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dwayne, welcome to the team. Excited to have you and looking forward to working with you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We've had pretty good luck with Dwayne recently.
Got a glitch somewhere.
And you know, if you've got a hydraulic leak or something, you can spot that, and that electronic feed.
All right.
Where do you start?
This time I'd like to invite Robin Venegas from our district clerk's office and our district clerk Leslie Mannon up.
Spot that.
Robin is the recipient of the Employee Award. This time I'd like to invite Robin Venegas from our district clerk Leslie Mannon up. Robin, so we are always excited to get to do this. This time I'd like to honor our outstanding employees. Venegas from our district Robin, so we are always so excited to get to do this. This time.
Robin started with the county in 2014, working for 4 years.
So we are always so excited.
With Liz in 2019. Robin's office, and she came on to the since then. She's our finance clerk. She recently had medical diagnosis that isn't super great, but she's a trooper and she still checks on us and comes to work and does all the things and makes sure that we're not messing up any of her stuff while she's there. And we love her and she's great. We're actually having a benefit for her on Friday downstairs on the first floor. We're gonna have a silent auction, a raffle for a gift basket full of lots of goodies, and a bake sale. So everybody stop by and get some goodies so we can support
Great.
them.
Well, Robin, we're glad to have you part of the team. A lot of people were praying for you and thinking about you and rooting for you as you
Yeah.
go through your treatment. So.
I've got a very good support team down there in the office and everything, so.
Well, one of the things you get by being an employee of the month is you get a microphone to say whatever you want. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, I just really enjoy working for the county. It's been a good, at the sheriff's office and at the district clerk's office, I've really enjoyed myself, and it's a great organization to work for.
Well, we're glad to have you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Nancy's going to do picture.
Picture.
That side. Yeah, you can hold it. Congratulations again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robin. Thanks, Robin.
Friday, Leslie, what time are you down there early in the morning Friday?
We will be on the first floor, right next, it's in between HR and my office in that corner in the training room. We'll be there from 8 to 5. We'll be there all day with all the goodies, so everybody's so
Great.
nice. Yes,
Good
it's
deal.
a lot of money for Robin.
Good.
Do you need any more baby boots?
Absolutely, we'll take all the donations that we can get. Get rid of everything. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite Disabled American Veterans Chapter 41 folks, I think specifically Joelle, up front for a presentation of a plaque to Tina Jones and Adam Aruda, our veteran service officers. Sorry, excuse me, our outstanding veteran service officers. That has to go before that. Adam, Tina, come on up. You got it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I want, we want, it's all recorded, so you're the
man.
boss and the commissioner of the boss. You know, this is teamwork, and, when you talk about team, as I look in the crowd, if you wanna know something about, I'm glad we had the congressman here, Congressman Dave, is that correct, Erica? And that's part of the team, Judge and Court Commissioners, to make these veterans. Tommy, you help tremendous a lot of people. Van, veterans district. You gotta give the veterans the quality of life they deserve for serving. And a lot of people think that the DAV, American Legion, the Texas Association of Vietnam Veterans, Fred, they think that we do claims. But the professional end of us is you're seeing these two right here. And the last 13 of them that came through the 25 years that we've been serving. They've been some great service officers, but one thing I wanted to put, just because you get a national award that they did, it don't mean nothing to us. It means that this level here, that this county deserves these two people, that the plaque that the judge and we were gonna give today. And you don't know how many people we and these people had stayed on suicides, you gave them the compensation, you gave them the medical end of it that we so much deserve because of our past history and service. Our DAV transportation ban is healthy. We're all healthy because we all are a team. And Tina and Adam, however you want to do this, Judge.
Yeah.
And then
So I'm gonna go ahead
Go
and
ahead.
present the plaques. Tina, that's yours. Adam, that is yours. And if y'all actually stay right there for a second, let Commissioner Beecham say a few words. He's our Commissioner Liaison with the Veteran Service Office and works day in and day out with them.
Of all the offices in the county, this office rises above. We get close to an email a day from people that have come to your office in need, and they express how awesome you are to work with, how you got them way more than they ever thought possible, that y'all were friendly, y'all were kind. You just rise above everything. Adam, we know we hate to lose you, but you're going on to bigger and better things. You've done amazing in your time here. We've got, Jim and I have some really hard decisions to make because we've got some really good applicants and they've got to be good to fall in your shoes. So, office is all about excellent customer service. Y'all are the example, and I appreciate that so much because no office needs to be the example more than you do because our veterans served us and we need to serve them with excellence. So.
And you know, Commissioner and Judge, another thing, like the Texas Veterans Commission, they're in that office too, and they share with each other to benefit the veterans. And so, at this time, if I could, with your permission and Commissioner, could we take a picture the way I want it done? The DAV, it is a DAV presentation, but like I know Fred is the Vietnam Veterans Association along with the American Legion of VFW, and it's all a team. You know, like one of the things I wanted to mention, Sheriff Duke, you know, the past years how many veterans that we have held incarcerated, and you know, the veterans and so forth, and I commend you for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, so give directions, Joe.
Oh, no.
I can buy you, I know you're bashful.
Come right here, sir. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And, okay, Judge, just, and then y'all get around so we can see the face. How about that?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to stand next to you.
You're the boss.
Ask anybody.
Where's Mark?
Mark Israel.
Mark, we gotta have Mark.
Well, he's back here.
Get in there, Mark.
And now remember, this is that right, Commissioner? That's his jurisdiction?
It is.
Right, Judge?
What?
That,
Veterans Office?
Oh, Commissioner Beecham, right?
yes, sir.
You bet.
Man, we're all short. Mark looks tall.
There you go. We got plenty of cameras.
We'll get the tall ones on the end. So.
All right, tell us.
Okay.
Don't move, nigga.
Now, don't move. We're gonna have a speech here in a minute from these two. Not really.
I didn't give you the opportunity to say anything. Give the floor to y'all if y'all would like to say anything.
She might want to say that.
I can talk. I wanna thank you, Joel, thank all you guys, we appreciate it.
And gals.
And gals, I'm sorry, we have the most rewarding jobs ever, I mean, we love it, and without Judge Johnson, Mark, and all these commissioners,
Amen.
we couldn't do it. So we
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys for the recognition, first of all, and I think both me and Tina put a lot of passion into what we do, and we definitely have made an impact. Definitely have one of the most rewarding jobs, and like Mark said, yes, I'm leaving in a couple weeks for a new job with the federal government. It was a tough decision to leave, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity I got. But it's been one of the most rewarding jobs. I may honestly hate my new one in comparison to this one.
And he's gonna miss me.
Yeah, and me and Tina, she's the best coworker I've truthfully ever had. We just bond, we're like yin and yang. So definitely gonna miss all you guys and working for the county, but grateful for all the connections I've made while I've been thanks for the opportunity to serve.
So I do want to thank the DAV and everyone for the award and presentation, but most of all, thank you all for the great job. One more round of applause. I will add just one more thing. It should say a lot that Adam and Tina get a lot of folks from outside Wichita County. They're friends or former peers in the military, tell them about the great job they've done, and we end up getting folks from all over Texas, Oklahoma. Heck, we've gotten some folks from the coasts. We've got one from France.
Wow.
They end up coming to them for help because of how good a job they do. Y'all are
Thank
awesome.
you.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, this time I'll invite Pam Hughes up. First for a proclamation, proclaiming the week of August 6th through August 12th, 2024 as Safe Digging Awareness Week, and August 11th, 2024 as National 811 Day. So now it's everyone's favorite part of the program where I read.
I'm putting my phone here because I'm gonna ask if they
Oh. So whereas part of Atmos Energy's vision is to be the safest provider of natural gas services, and whereas by emphasizing the importance of protecting our natural gas system and all underground assets from excavation damage, we also protect our communities and employees. And whereas the most common cause of natural gas leaks is digging or construction before gas lines are located, and whereas by calling 811 before a digging project, we can protect natural gas pipelines and all underground utilities in the county, minimizing service interruptions and keeping everyone safe. Therefore, the Wichita County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim August 6th through the 12th as Safe Digging Awareness Week, and August 11th as National 811 Day in Wichita County to focus on the important message of calling 811 before you dig. So I'll go ahead and present the proclamation to you, and then so that everyone can hear you on the light over there, if you want to make some
Well,
comments.
how about I get a picture and then I'll do my report and
Okay.
I'll talk then,
That
so
sounds
I
great.
can save you the time.
I think the question is, Judge, can you dig it?
Yeah.
Well, I've got a different kind of
The answer is you can't dig it until you call 811 and you wait till they split line spots.
Good point.
I'll come back for that in a minute. So I brought y'all donuts, so you do not forget to call 811 before
There we
you
go.
dig.
Here, on the side.
There you go. Well, you probably have a long meeting.
Put them right back here.
You like the donut.
They'll warm up in the sun.
Yeah.
So I gave you a gigantic packet, but I'm only going to talk for 5 minutes, or I'm going to try. So thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners, for letting me be here and give this presentation. On the top, I have provided a county profile so that you know how Atmos Energy is trying to be a good partner in Wichita County. In the past 5 years, we have spent over 81 million in capital expenditures in Wichita County. In the past year, we have spent more than 21 million in capital expenditures. We have over 29,000 customers in Wichita County. Now, I'm going to tell you the miles is wrong. That's what happens when you do a decimal wrong. It's 59.97, not 599.7 miles of pipeline in the county. So my apology.
It's not an empty piece of ground. if
I
you
know,
had that much.
right? And in the past year, we have provided donation funds in Wichita County of over $127,000. And we've tried to share the love in all of our communities. We give to the Meals on Wheels in Electra. We give to Boys and Girls Club and Burt Burnett and the Meals on Wheels program. We give to the fire departments we have a smaller budget for them, but it's really important that we do honor our fire departments because they are the first responders when we have a cut line, and they make sure that environment's safe, and that's a top priority for Atmos. We also provide energy assistance to our customers. So I wanted to show you, I put a sheet in there, it's yellow. I wanted to give that to you because you probably receive calls from some of the community members saying, look, I've got a damaged gas line from my side of the meter
People don't keep $5,000 in their account to spend on a natural gas, repair job. So Atmos donates to local nonprofits that are listed here, but we also have energy assistance through Atmos, so they can contact us first and then work it their way through. So if somebody comes to you and they're asking how can we receive help, you might be able to send them that way. But we've given over $40,000 in the past year for energy assistance for Wichita County alone. And then the rest of the chart is a breakdown of what the assets look like and what years, how much we spent in each year, so that you can have that for your own convenience. We also have 47 employees in our Wichita Falls Service Center, and 90% of them live in Wichita County. So we're a good employer. We were listed as number 6 of best employers by Forbes magazine in the country for medium-sized corporations. And we are number 1 in customer service for public utilities 2 years in a row. So we are very proud of that, and we want to be a company of integrity. We also want to help you in any way possible. Even if the question is, you think it's silly, just ask me. I definitely don't have any of the detailed answers, but I know the people who do, and I'm on call 24/7. So if something's going on in your county that needs to be addressed, please feel free to reach out and let's see what we can do to help. Because we're definitely not perfect, but we want to honor, our position with your Commissioner's Court. We also have one more thing. The fueling energy report, that's really why I'm here. It's just a one-pager. It's two-sided. I've been tasked with sharing with my counties that Atmos Energy is policing itself when it comes to carbon emissions. In the Metroplex, this is more of a hot topic, but we're trying to be proactive and share with you how we're doing what we can for the environment. In 2016, we made a decision to reduce our carbon emissions by 50% by 2035. And at this time, we're almost at 20% reduction. It lists how we're reducing on the back page if you want to read on that. But one of the ways that we're doing that's also providing safety for our communities is we have a mobile leak detection car that travels through all of our residential and commercial customers' areas at least once a year. And if we detect gas, we grade it as a 1, 2, or 3. If it's a grade 1, we deal with it immediately. If it's a grade 3, we have made the commitment to have it repaired by 6 months' time. And a grade 3, just so that you know, is a non-hazardous, will never escalate to a hazardous issue. But if it's a leak, it's a leak. And we want to make sure that we want to be known as a safety company that sells gas. So that's one of the things that we're doing. And then we're doing project replacements. And one of them is the Line A project that we're still working on. It's almost completed, though, where we're increasing assets and replacing that pipeline so that we can prepare for future growth, but also have safer pipeline systems in the communities. So if you see a project replacement taking place, a lot of it is because it's older pipe, and we want to make sure we have something that's more innovative, safer, and it also reduces carbon emissions. The back packet, and I did want to throw in there that despite what you might hear from the media, homes that have natural gas have 16% less carbon emissions per year than homes that are all electric. So we really are, if your developers are getting dinged, I apologize. We're petitioning and fighting back on that because they do statistically show that carbon emission reduction happens with natural gas homes. And then this back page is a PowerPoint. I wanted to just give it to you so you have more information than you ever wanted to know, but also an opportunity if there's a situation that takes place in your community and they want to know more about their natural gas assets or climate action situations or how we're benefiting the community. This is what I would present to the community and address any questions so that it's not in, you don't have to deal with it. You can pass the buck to me. Also, if there's any presentations you would like for me to make to any organizations that you feel would benefit, I'd be happy to do that as well. And I thank you.
Got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So I'm guessing that fewer emissions from a natural gas home is based on the mix to produce electricity being more emissions than?
Well, and so power, unfortunately, because really the only reliable energy source for power plants at this time, like 100% other than Uri, is natural gas. So, but they have to use other energy sources, and one of those energy sources that they still put into place is coal.
Okay,
So because of the coal that they use for the power plants, they're producing more carbon emissions to create electricity at this time. It's going down. It used to be, when I started only 4 years ago, it was 25%. So it is, I mean, they're working their way down, but still to this day, it's still more efficient.
Yeah,
Carbon-wise.
the makeup of electricity production is a variable that some folks forget about sometimes when talking about that.
Judge, anytime you change the form of energy, if you're generating electricity with natural gas, that is less efficient than heating with natural gas directly. You always lose efficiency when you change
That as well.
function.
But
And
it's
so
a much
that,
smaller.
that makes up a lot of
Yes,
it.
sir.
You're much better off using it directly.
Yes.
And it's a great product. I wished I had it in my neighborhood.
Well, hey, if your developers ask, we're
Yeah.
trying to say maybe and yes more than no in the past. So if somebody comes and talks to you and they say, oh, well, we wish we could have natural gas, but oh, well. Don't say, oh, well, say, well, let's have a conversation with them, because we're being much more accommodating than we have been in the past, because we want to be a good partner and help with the development of the communities. So
Yeah.
feel free to reach out as well.
Anyone have any questions for Pam?
Great
Pam,
job.
thank you for
Great
the
job.
Guys,
presentation.
enjoy the donuts. Thank you for
And
the
yes.
proclamation.
And I know that I see you just about everywhere in the community, so if you've got any questions, I'm sure you'll see her. You're gonna ask.
That means that you're everywhere in the community. So thank you for all you do.
Thanks, Pam.
Thank you.
All right. A lot of good presentations this morning. Let's move on to public comment. It is 10:31 a.m. We'll remind everyone that public comments should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and that the Commissioners Court cannot take action on any item brought up during public comment. Does anyone have any comments this morning? I'll make one. I got the chance to tour Legacy High School, one of the new high schools, yesterday. It's humongous and it's impressive. I think they're having open houses on the 19th and the 22nd of August. Would really encourage everyone to go out and take a look, whether you have kids or not, because it's all of our tax dollars that are paying for those schools. And so, as long as you live in Wichita Falls ISD. But I would encourage everyone to go out there just to see it and to see the future of public education. It's impressive. Anyone else? Okay, it's 10:32. And public comment is closed. At this time, we will move to the consent agenda. Before we get into that, I'm going to ask that we move consent agenda item number 3, motion to transfer $7,966 from Fund 216, reserved for self-insurance, to replace missing funds from December 2023 in the County Clerk's office. I'm going to ask that we move that to general business. Does anyone have any objection to that?
No.
I think there's enough interest that folks want to ask a lot of questions. Okay. All right, let's see. And then I also want to amend item number 10. Motion to approve Alpha Omega Wireless quote, County WF 2024C, Electra Move IT, in the amount of $9,221.40 to be paid from ARPA instead of general fund contingencies. This is part of the tower project that we put ARPA money for. So I talked to Cheryl yesterday. I think we've got the funds there. It's part of the project. So I'm going to suggest we make that change to be paid from ARPA with lines determined by the county auditor. Does anyone have any objection to that change?
No.
Okay.
On item number 1, there was a lot of questions behind the scenes. We're donating 60 gallons of bleach to Faith Mission. We no longer use bleach, as it's more hazardous chemical and it's less efficient than what we're currently using. The bleach would have sat in our storage indefinitely, which we don't need to be storing hazardous chemicals. It was determined that the cost to dispose of it or the cost to advertise it for sale would have been cost prohibitive. This is a public need, so that's why it's being donated as such.
Okay.
Motion to approve consent with those changes?
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Mahler, to approve the consent agenda as amended. Do we have any questions or comments on the consent agenda items or the motion? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. All right, so at this time, we will take up the consent agenda item that was moved. So that is the motion to transfer, and I'm going to go ahead and ask to amend, I'm going to go ahead and ask to amend this motion to transfer $7,457 from Fund 216, Reserve for Self-Insurance, to replace missing funds from December 2023 in the County Clerk's Office. I think first we'll call up our County Clerk, Annette Stanley, to present on this item.
Okay. Back in April, I was informed by the auditor's office that in the month of December, there were some deposits that were unaccounted for. At that time, I began looking into it and notified the county judge just so he wouldn't be bombarded, or I wanted to let him know about the situation. I continued to look into the matter and was able to recoup most of the checks from different entities, counties, businesses, and I just want to say thank you to those people that were working with me to get those funds back. While looking into the missing money, I discovered there was a breakdown on the audit trail between my office and the treasurer's office. There was no cash pass-off or logs prior to December 18th, 2023. Since then, I have implemented accountability with logs and signatures from the treasurer's office and my office as well, and I think they're implemented logs as well. And I just want to apologize to the court and the people of Wichita County, and I will do everything in my power to prevent this from happening again.
So we weren't logging transactions between the two offices at all?
No.
This amount of money, and that $74.57, this is for 1 week of deposits, 1 day of deposits. What is this
It's 4 different days. It's December 12th, 13th, 14th, and 18th.
And the initial amount was a larger amount, but it's reduced. Can you explain what happened with that difference?
Okay. Well, the initial amount was larger, and I was able to recoup $63.81 in checks that were reissued to the county from, like I said, different counties, businesses, entities. So the amount left is what's on the agenda for $74.57. I spoke to several other people, and I should be expecting more checks to be coming my way. Unfortunately, I'm not able to recoup the cash, so.
Couple of questions. Why are we more than half a year past the time this happened, and we're just now addressing it?
Well, I was notified in April,
Okay.
so that's.
Why did it take so long for you to even be notified?
Can't answer that.
Okay. And my second question is, you don't have to give a name, but has anyone been held accountable to this?
No, sir. I don't know who to hold accountable for it. I mean, I don't know if there's anything criminal going on, so I can't really hold anybody accountable if I don't know what happened to that money. If I knew what happened, I wouldn't be standing here.
Was the sheriff's department ever notified?
No, it never, honestly, it never crossed my mind
So
until
in December,
yesterday.
we had a theft that somebody knew about sometime, maybe in December,
Possibly,
and you found out about it in April,
correct.
and nobody with the county called the sheriff's department to make a theft
No, sir.
report. Because if you're missing money, it's a theft, period. I'm just wondering why nobody ever,
And
there should have been some kind of a criminal investigation going on from the beginning.
there should have been, and shame on me for not even thinking about that, but it never crossed my mind that it
Okay.
Cheryl, do you or did Janet want to present on this, or just that?
I've got
So-
Oh, you got a question for? Yeah.
Annette, how does that process work? So you knew the exact amount of the missing money, but how does the treasurer receive that money? What's the notification that you put together that indicates the amount of money in the deposit?
There are reports that we run, and that money is then put on deposit slips into an envelope that's sealed. We take it down there now, and we sign a log, and there's also a yellow book that's picking up by the, what's that, the company that picks up the money, I don't know the name of it. So that's how we account for it. But for those 4 days, it was never taken down.
It
And there
wasn't
was no-
taken down, period.
No, and I requested some logs, but like I said, there was no logs accounted for prior to December 18th.
Who would normally take it to the treasurer's office?
One of two people do the money.
And have they ever been questioned as to what happened?
Yeah, they have. I've
Um,
looked, honestly, I've looked
yeah.
everywhere. I've even come in after work on the weekend, looking around, pulling cabinets, looking through doors.
And
Nothing.
You
at
typically
that
get a
time,
deposit every day?
That's on where we have been now.
At that time, it's because initially they were across the street when they were doing the construction downstairs, so we were taking it daily, and then we decided to take it once a week because going across the street with money every day wasn't a good idea. So we went to once a week. And once they moved over here, I didn't follow up, my fault, to see if it was taken down daily, and the once a week continued. And once I was notified about this, we started taking it down once a week again.
So, was it all checks that are?
No, sir.
So there was cash involved?
Yes, sir. There was.
And so we're actually missing the checks, they never got cashed?
Correct. And I knew there was something, at first, like, it didn't hit me till we had entities calling about their checks not being cashed or not going through. We could look at
So
some
they're
others and receipt.
reissuing checks to make
Yes.
that?
Most of them did reissue.
Yeah.
I was able to recoup most of them.
So most of them, there was more than the initial, what we have here, of $7,966?
That is primarily cash.
But how much was the original, how many checks did we lose?
How many checks?
Yeah.
Well,
Sure. Jump in there. if you want to.
I don't have it with me, but I do have a spreadsheet.
Hold on. Sheriff,
Judge, I respectfully request we stop this conversation right now because details of
Okay.
obviously of theft have emerged, and we need to take care of that. We do have an investigator here, we want to speak with the
So
county clerk.
can we go into closed session and discuss this?
that's questionable because there's no provision in code for us to go into closed session for a criminal investigation.
Okay.
We do have the ability to discuss the legal implications of it with legal counsel, which it sounds like there's a desire to do that. So at this time, is there any objection to, Janet?
Could we go in under personnel?
No, because then we have to give the personnel involved the chance to
Have to give
So,
notice.
yeah, they have,
notice to go for a
But
public.
doesn't that also cover an elected official, and we have?
But it could affect other people who aren't
Yes,
covered
sir,
under
it
that.
could.
And the notice itself didn't say
Right.
anything about that, so it wouldn't be proper notice.
So, I think what I will ask us to do is table this till the very end,
Okay.
to table this
I think
discussion
so.
now until the end of the agenda, at which point then I will ask for us to go into closed session. But that way, other folks who are here for other items, we can take care of in the agenda and then go into closed session at the end
I
of
think
court.
so.
Is there any objection to tabling this item until the end of the agenda today? Okay, with no objection, this item is tabled until the end of the agenda today. All right.
Find my.
Good. All right, general business item number 1 is discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve and ratify the minutes of the July 30th, 2024 regular session.
Motion to approve.
Motion, go ahead.
Second.
It was not attached to the agenda again.
Yeah.
Were you able to?
No, we got it, we get it afterwards, but it should be attached to the agenda.
Usually when I make this,
Okay.
I don't have the minutes right away, so.
It's not a big problem, it needs to be.
Yeah, we need to have that moving forward. All right, I think I heard a motion by Commissioner Mahler, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon to approve and ratify the minutes. Was that right, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 2, review and approve the regular bills for payment. Verify payroll taxes have been filed, and order county treasurer to disperse payroll and/or bills within 72 hours via U.S. mail, FedEx, UPS, or electronically, unless directed otherwise, or may be picked up and ledgered in the treasurer's office.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Mahler to approve, verify, and disperse. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 3, receive activities report from the Indigent Healthcare Office. Who we have this morning?
Megan and
All right. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, so, a few things. Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
All right, good morning. My name is Megan. I'm a caseworker with the Indigent Healthcare, and I just wanted to briefly go over a couple outreach events that we have scheduled for August and September. So we have 3 scheduled in August. We're going to be going to the Community Coalition Health Wellness at the Health Department, and Focus, Helen Farabee. We're going to go out on the 27th and partner with the Transition Clinic, set up a outreach table for the mobile food pantry. So we're really excited about that, to be able to, if there's any clients, possible clients going to the food pantry, we can just kind of talk to them about Indigent Healthcare, go over applications with them. And in September, we've got a couple other things. The Housing Authority, we're really excited about that. We're going to get to play bingo with the seasoned residents. So just a lot of exciting things coming up the upcoming months.
And then a reminder for this month, we have National Bow Tie Day. If you would like to participate, just as a fun, on the 28th, so it is on a Wednesday, you could do any bow tie of any sort. So that could be your traditional bow tie, your Gothic bow ties, your French bow ties, English bow ties. If you want to go outrageous, bedazzled, or use small ones, whatever you would like to do.
Commissioner Mahler, do you know what a Gothic bow tie is?
No, but I don't think I need one.
Just Google it. It's fun. So
You got one with a tractor on it or anything?
I'm sure we could find one.
You
Yeah.
need a John Deere for green.
Yeah, we can do that. That sounds good.
So it's gonna be fun.
I appreciate y'all's enthusiasm
Yeah.
and,
It just keeps it fun.
and particularly with your outreach with the public.
Yeah.
We need to do more stuff like that.
Definitely trying to hit more spots than what we can, but we're kind of just limited for the amount that we can get into a month, which is okay.
Well,
We're fine with that.
And our numbers are looking good.
Yes,
Everything.
that's the next
Yeah.
topic we were gonna
Okay.
talk about, is actually our numbers. Okay, so this part will actually be more of our numbers
Okay.
for the month.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I know the last time that we were here speaking about our numbers, we have still tried to look at what our last year to compare to this year is. I would say it's probably about 15% more since we are sitting about 93 to 96 clients. It does go down every month, particularly depending on if they are actually approved for their Social Security. So I will say that I've had at least, since last year to now, I've had at least 5 people drop off because they were awarded their Social Security claim, which is a plus. I've also had a lot of just don't follow back through with verifications and just failure to return an application. But from last year to now, we're up about 15%, especially with doing a lot more outreach. We do bring in a lot more clientele, and especially with a little bit more partnership with the community health center and the transition clinic. URPG is very good about getting the main standards for what we need to actually process our applications. So actually on here is going to be just for the month of July. We don't have anything that shows a full year since prior to February, I believe, probably a little bit after, probably 2 months after February is when we fully started running reports. Prior to that, they weren't unfortunately ran. So we're kind of just going off the numbers now, kind of comparing our spreadsheets that we have personally.
And you'll have taken on additional duties as
Yes,
we're
sir.
starting to work with the auditor's office in
Yes, sir.
our claims.
Correct.
Starting
We
to handle
are
some of that in the
working
office.
with Margaret, who is a blessing. I mean, we're kind of running into it blind, leading the blind, so it's amazing that we have communication with her and everybody in general now.
So, to be clear, we're running a more efficient office and
Yes,
taking
sir.
on more duties with
Yes,
fewer
sir.
people, and
Yeah.
so that's a
not only,
testament to.
yeah, not
the
only
staff.
are we just caseworkers, but now she's mostly our head of outreach. And then we have our head of cremations, which would be Victoria, and then jail, which would be myself. And then once we fully learn it ourselves, then we just kind of switch off our hats. So, and now we're just learning the billing or the claim sides of it. And so fully right now it's just myself until we fully understand it, and then we can switch off hats and rotate that way. It's just, it's easiest for us how we operate.
Good. Very good. I'm gonna move these reports to quarterly after today, so.
Deal? Sounds
So
good.
just continue to send the emails with all the information, so.
Okay, sounds good.
Any questions?
Good report.
Thank you.
Very good
Thank
work.
y'all.
I appreciate y'all so
Thank you.
much. Good work.
All right, this brings us to item number 4, discuss, consider, and/or take action on Precinct 5 oil distributor, road tractors, and dump trucks. Just a small little subset of categories. Commissioner Watts.
I've got, a proposal here from Sourcewell through Klossner.
Oh, that goes with it. Just
Y'all
one,
can just
okay.
glance at it and see what we're looking at. We have to make a decision on what we're going to do with our current distributor, which is now finished at Bruckner's. It is still at Bruckner's. We've spoke to Ritchie Brothers about marketing that thing, and they feel that there is a good market for it, that it has potential to move. Jack went through it with Joseph at Bruckner's. Joseph was, he had indicated to Jack that the truck should have been a standard. It would have made all the difference in the world. After we put that drop box in there to lower that gear, we had to put more computer system into the truck to regulate it. It's just, it complicated it even more. I'm concerned about further down the road, warranty stuff on that truck, that it causes us trouble. And I just think that we would be better off if we can move towards something different. And I don't know that this is necessarily the answer, but if we could move towards it and sell this unit, recapture our money, and then move on, we might be best to do
Can we
that.
be made whole?
Well, Melvin had worked with an agreement. We have an agreement drafted that is asking Bruckner's to help us do that, which is, we didn't specify Bruckner's / Yellow House, we just kept it to one entity, but actually, I think that if we feel like that the sale price on that unit is high enough that, since it is brand new, that we should be able to recapture all of that, Barry.
Won't be much of a gap, I wouldn't think.
We've got, we're less the tax, and we're into the buy board pricing. So those two factors bring us significantly under what a regular commercial vendor would pay. And there are no machines out there to be had. They're scarce as hen's teeth, so that's.
What's delivery time on a new one?
On the one at Klossner's Mark is there.
Is there right now?
It had been turned down by a vendor, and so they are actually sitting on that machine. And
Or it was yesterday.
yeah, it was yesterday, and he warned me about that.
Yeah.
Colin said that that was not his deal, and he was aware of it and knew we were interested, and he brings it to the table, but he is of the understanding there is a vendor interested as well.
Okay.
Nothing's been done as of yesterday afternoon.
Well,
I'd ask him for more specs on the chassis. It is a Freightliner chassis. We typically run max. But I don't know the best way to actually go about pulling the trigger on that without having sold the other truck. But so time's not on our side in
Okay.
this deal
No,
equation.
if that's the route we're going to go, then we need to move on that now. Like, I've been here, I'm in my 7th year, and out of 7 years, we've had 7 years of distributor problems.
Yeah, and
And 7 years of spending huge amounts of money on fixing distributors or buying new ones, and we're still no closer to resolving a problem than we were 7 years ago.
What's the drivetrain in that KW?
Or
no, that's Freightliner, isn't it?
it's Freightliner.
It's Freightliner, and I'd rather go with Freightliner.
Is that the spec sheet? Let me see it.
Well, he's looking at that. Commissioner, it sounds like you've got a high degree of confidence that our current one will sell and sell quickly and sell close to a break-even point.
We had Richie come down and look at those, go through that with us, and that is a 24 model. We do think that what they want to do is put it on their protected site so that they can market it and not, we wouldn't put it in the auction per se. We'll try to sell it private treaty,
And they get 10%?
and they get 10% of that sale.
What was figured out on 48 hours? 4,800 hours?
I haven't yet. No, I
Yeah,
didn't get
'cause
it
that's
adjusted.
wrong.
Yeah,
We all
it's
know
gotta
that.
be wrong.
Melvin, what's this? Is there an agreement, or is there a proposed agreement drawn up for asking one of the parties to cover any shortage of the cost? Is that what I was understanding?
I'd have to look at it. It's been a while since I sent that to you, Jeff. I
Yeah,
believe.
Melvin did
I
it
need to-
straight away after we met
It's
with
been
he
several
and
weeks,
Dobie.
it's been weeks ago or a month or two ago that I did that,
Yeah.
so I'd have to look, Jim.
Okay.
But that was the essence of the agreement, was a stopgap type agreement?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Did you ever, Jeff, did you ever personally talk to Mike about signing that?
No, I have not showed it to him or talked to him about it. I spoke to him about it when Mr. Bruckner came down, and I spoke to him roughly about it then, that we would be willing to possibly sell that item if we could have some guarantee that we could come out whole on the thing. But we didn't reach any type of agreement there.
He doesn't really give the specs.
I've got the chassis specs very separately.
I'd just be curious what the drivetrain is in it, but it's not electric, is it?
No, no.
With a big old battery, yeah.
But it would, if we're going to move this direction, I mean, and I guess, well,
What would make us whole on that, Mac? You know what the number is?
345, I think.
So we're-
Margaret, do you know, or,
That sounds about right.
So
That'll-
380
that'll
with the
fully- that'll
10%
fully
taken
cover it.
out.
yeah.
And really, there's nothing,
And I think the
Other than
retail, they
delivery.
will try to get around 395.
that's a whole deal there.
But-
we still got our spare.
But the problem is that we
Held together by
are up
baling
against,
wire.
the money Cheryl's sitting on now pays for our dump truck change out. We've got one of those fixing to arrive. And we've got, you know, right at $500,000 sitting there. We're going to cut it in half when that truck arrives, or short, just underneath half. And we're gonna have to shore up if we were to reach out and buy that. She took 75 or 80,000 from us last time each.
You could take another.
Yeah, we would have to shore you up, and then when the sale came in, then redistribute it, but you're gonna have to upfront that cost from the 4 precincts.
If I remember correctly, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If I remember, just so I don't forget, if I remember correctly, between the 4 precincts, there's projected more than enough of available budget room to handle that.
Yes.
It just may be specific precincts may have a little bit of cash flow issue.
Yes, they would have to watch their cash flow until that sale comes in, and that money could be,
We're through our big cash flows unless we have a major breakdown, so.
yes, you should be at this.
Which you might be, I'm not all.
Judge,
Well, and
Bridge builder.
now
I say that in
I
the
have-
agreement, we do get covered if it sells for a lower price. Bruckner, if, assuming that's signed, that would agree to reimburse us for any difference in value.
Okay.
And that would make us whole on this new one, so that would be,
Yeah.
that'd be a
Right.
wash.
And the,
It's assuming they sign.
I've asked Jack to try to coordinate, now Sam and Leon are on vacation, but try to coordinate to go look at this machine and run some water through it and see, you know,
Never hurts
what.
to go look.
Running water is a different, I mean, we can run water all we want, but it doesn't pump like oil does.
No.
But if that truck was designed for that to start with, and that's what it is, then I think that's better than having a 2-piece like we did before.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, as long as it accommodates what we need it to do and that lowest gear. And that'd be something to investigate straight away. And they wanted to take the distributor driver, which has been our same guy this whole time, and just acquaint him with how this is completely different concept than what we've got going today. We, you know, have switches on everything. We turn on those valves. This is all computer controlled stuff, and it's scary.
Yeah, we better keep that oil.
Well, there's just a lot of things that can, with these, be an issue, and if we don't have backup, we're gonna be in trouble.
Brendan, how are you on
That's
distributors?
not a good thing to say, of course, we're getting ready to spend $300,000+.
Well,
We don't have a high degree of confidence the piece of equipment will work.
No.
That's
well,
the
we
same-
have
same we've been doing
you have
for
confidence in the
7
equipment, but
I've
we're
got
talking
a
to
confidence that it'll be okay. It's just if we have some maintenance issue, it's a different world out there than what.
It's not a good 1987 model. Is there?
They're
We got
not any
87
good.
in our yard.
There's some
Have to go to
87
Baylor.
models, but they're not good.
This is absolutely one of the toughest environments you could ask a piece of equipment to operate under. And that's why the computer end of it worries you, because it's on the opposite end of the scale. It doesn't like the atmosphere that this thing has to operate under, which we run into that with all this equipment now. That's the problem.
Well, it's
a
just
terrible
to
environment.
see the machine at Bruckner's today is just intimidating compared to what we operate. It's just mind-boggling.
So,
I like your idea, Joe. Let's get us an 87.
yeah. So I think we've essentially got 3 different items that the court might need to take action on. One is to sign the agreement
Yeah.
with Bruckner?
Bruckner.
to have them send it to them and have them approve covering.
That would give us a lot more confidence.
If they sign
Yeah.
it. Second would be to make a decision on actually selling that distributor we have now, and then the third would be action on this $391,000 one.
The
If it checks out.
Is it on buy board or another?
It's on Sourcewell, Mark.
Okay.
And that was initially, he had to check into it. I spoke to the judge about that. I was concerned that it had been moved deep enough into another customer that it might jeopardize that, but it didn't. They were able to revert everything, so it is available Sourcewell wise.
Tommy, can we put a distributor on the 50 mile?
Yeah.
I think we keep it running.
You put higher ignition on it.
Yeah.
Let me jump as y'all are thinking on that, and of course, the Ritchie Brothers Protected Site, they do want the machine, so they have a lot of people in that program that fly in to look at those specialized equipment like this. We would deliver it to them.
What's the date on that sale? When is the sale date on that one?
Well, this is private treaty deal, I think.
On that sale, on that side, is that an auction site? Is it on the
No,
private side?
no, it's not a
They're
sale
just
site.
retailing it.
They
Okay.
just
It's
retail
private
it.
trading
So
deal.
what they do, they have the analytics that they can see. If you're clicking on it, if you're checking it out, you're showing it to, they can follow up with you. They know that you're involved and interested, and they typically go. They have vendors that they already know are users, so our machine is sharp. It looks.
Yeah, but there's a concern with the hour meter being way off.
Yeah.
What's that, 4,400?
48.
4,800, that's
Yeah.
kind of odd.
But you can look at the machine and tell it hasn't,
No.
it doesn't have that kind
Somebody
of
left
use
the
on
key
it.
on
It
it.
hasn't been used.
Okay.
All right.
On the truck.
Oh, yeah. That's
Okay, so now we've got a dump truck coming in for a swap. We need to sell the truck that we're going to take in on, or we need to sell the 20 model that we've got. It's 5505, and for the agreement with Bruckner's, we're paying $194,000 for our new dump truck to replace 5505, and Bruckner's has bid us $90,000. When I talked to Jensen yesterday at Purple Wave, he gave me the comp on the 2019 at 183. So there's no comparison between Purple Wave's estimate versus what Bruckner's willing to give
what
us.
does Purple Wave get? Part of it.
Well, can
It's on
precinct-
top.
can
We
precinct 3 have
get
it?
net.
Can precinct 3 have it for 90?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious, we need to do some
Upgrade.
You're not paying high enough, apparently.
We could probably get you in there at about 150.
I know these guys, I knew better than that.
It is a good truck, and it has no issue.
Well, that's just it, because we're needing to do some upgrading, and there's no need, anyway, all right,
Well,
I know where I am. Go ahead. I think I get the message.
That's very, I think we'd.
Or somewhere similar to that, maybe
So-
not exactly that, something to think about, though.
So, Jeff, are you asking the court today to go ahead and authorize the sale of our old one on Purple Wave?
Yes.
Okay.
And then finally, the road tractors, we've got a 20 and 21 model, both identified that we need to upgrade. We're going to be at the timeline where they need to be switched out in order to keep us where we've typically been with those and keep them under warranty so that we don't have an issue. And those, I need to go ahead and pull the trigger to make that commitment for 2025.
And we've got that funded, right?
That
is not funded yet.
Oh, in
but it's
25, I'm sorry, you're right.
contingency. It would be contingency within our budgets, Barry, that.
We got the dump truck deal funded, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
the dump truck deal's funded.
Okay.
The distributor, we would have to come out of pocket for
Yeah.
until we get
At least fill the gap. Yeah.
the gap. What's the amount on the road tractors? The road tractors are gonna be about 185 apiece.
How about that? 190, about 185, 190. And if I remember correctly, those road tractors trade in or sale will be 110, 130.
I think so, Nick. I think that's gonna be pretty close. They're clean and they're not beat up or
Not high mileage.
not high
Very
mileage.
low mileage.
About 4,000 or 40,000 mile units.
Yeah, they'll bring top dollar.
And, but we wouldn't trade those until 2025.
Okay,
What
so-
all do
But we need to go ahead and make a motion.
We
We need to make
gotta, we gotta pull the trigger on this distributor. That's our
The-
pressing issue, isn't it?
The way I'm hearing it, the pressing issue that we need to tackle today, if we're gonna do it, is action on this new distributor. We could also take action today on, the dump truck and selling it on Purple Wave. It sounds like we're ready on that one. The others, they don't have to happen today. No. But with, yeah. We have to be holding the contingency within our budgets for 25. Okay. So to answer your question, it sounds like action on the distributor and selling the dump truck on Purple Wave would be the two items. And we could go ahead and do what, take Mel's agreement, issue it to Bruckner, let them take action there. I think that one we need to wait because I nor any of the commissioners have seen the agreement, so I would prefer to wait on that one. And we don't have to, if we're going to pull the trigger, which I really want our foreman and distributor operator to go to see, before we do anything, but if we're gonna pull the trigger on that, it's not contingent on getting that sold on Ritchie Brothers just immediately.
I don't know that we need to wait for them to, we could probably send two foremans and the operator down there and not have to.
No.
It sounds like we need to we don't have to wait on making a decision if we're gonna do it, because
Yeah.
somebody else is gonna buy it.
Yeah.
We really, I think our level of confidence in the current one is not really there.
It's
And
not there for me.
this might be cutting our, if we get that agreement signed, I know
Well,
I feel comfortable. I know I
if we're
feel
harmless in it, then
Yeah. And then we just gotta decide if we can make this other one work.
And I know that, I believe I have contingency money for that set where I can fund my portion of it out of the,
yeah,
for right now.
I do
I don't know
too.
where everybody else is at.
Yeah, I've got contingency to do it.
I think that the best way to do that from y'all's perspective, tell me if I'm wrong, is gonna be to, do we want to have them go ahead and transfer the money out of, and make that as part of the motion today? Or do we want to, we've got 500,000 in precinct 5, do we wanna pay for this out of that and then have them transfer it in under a, because did we tie the money that y'all have put in now, is that tied to the
It's
dump
not
truck?
tied to a particular
Okay.
asset per se, it's just tied to an expense that we
Yeah.
know is coming. So
Well,
whether you transfer in for the distributor or you transfer in for the dump truck.
Transfer it
it's-
in when
Well,
we need
It's
it.
what we
regardless.
what that would be more palatable, Judge, because we have the money sitting there to pay for the new distributor. And then we could all ante up for the dump truck, Right, that's which what- the last dump truck won't come till December. So we would already have that underway and paid back, and it wouldn't be near as much money, 200 grand.
Yes, that would make
Yeah.
more sense, to pay for the distributor first and then deal with the dump truck as
Yeah.
a separate matter later.
Yep. So the motion would need to be, motion to approve the purchase of the new distributor at whatever the cost is with funds from precinct 5.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right.
I'd make that motion.
What is it, 341?
Period.
Yeah, so it would be to approve the Klossner Sourcewell
Sourcewell purchase.
quote from August 5th, 2024 for a new distributor 2024 Freightliner Model 108 SD tandem axle chassis for $341,509 to be taken from precinct 5. Yeah.
And if you read those specs, I don't see anything about that. It's 24 foot wide, which is what we want. It's, all the specs are there.
Well, and
Unless there was
these
something-
guys are a lot more knowledgeable about putting one of these things
They're
together.
in the business.
They're in the business.
They're in the business.
That's what they do.
Right, that's what they do.
And so I've got confidence in them in that regard.
Yeah, you gotta remember, we built that other one. And
We didn't.
well, no, but, yeah.
Yeah, we had it put together.
Okay. Is that the sole action item that we want to take? Or do we also want to do something with the selling the
sale?
dump truck?
Yeah, we need to take a separate
You need a
action.
separate motion on
We
that.
have, well, we have one motion, we have to act on it
It's
first.
one agenda item.
Well, I'm asking if we wanted to
Yeah.
combine, but doesn't sound like you want to. Okay.
And go ahead and can you put something in there about Mel's agreement? That after review, we,
All right, let's take these up one at a time. I think that'll
Good
be
idea.
the best way to do it. So we do have a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon, to approve the Klausner Sourcewell quote for the 2024 Freightliner Model 108 SD distributor at a cost of $341,059 to come out of Department 225. Do we have any questions or comments on that motion or that item? Okay, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Now, is there another motion?
Yeah, motion to approve the sale of our current distributor on Purple Wave.
No,
Oh.
the dump truck.
Oh, the dump truck.
Yeah, the dump truck's on Purple Wave, right?
Okay, which one,
Oh.
where are we selling?
yeah, the Ritchie Brothers.
Ritchie Brothers, sorry, Ritchie Brothers. Get all the players straight.
Motion to approve sale then?
Motion to approve sale on Ritchie Brothers.
Pending review of our agreement.
We gonna put that on the same agenda, or same motion?
No, I'm gonna put that one.
The third motion.
What's the year model on that distributor that's gonna be selling just for the minutes?
2024,
24.
and this is the 2024 that Flossner has.
With 4,400 hours, right?
That don't need to be on.
Yeah, not a chance.
Okay.
That's a sign. The fact that that meter is run up before, that is a sign. It's not a good.
So I think Commissioner
It's
Beecham
haunted.
made the motion
I'll
to
second it.
approve the sale of our 2024 distributor on Ritchie Brothers. And Commissioner
Protected
Fincannon.
sign. It's a protected. I don't want to just put it on auction.
On a Ritchie Brothers protected site.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, that motion that was made by Commissioner Beecham, second by Commissioner Buchanan, approve the sale of our 2024 distributor on the Ritchie Brothers protected site. Do we have any questions or comments on that motion or that item?
And Judge, if you want to, you can specify that as a MAC distributor, and separate it from the
That would-
Freightliner
yeah,
distributor.
Okay.
That would separate it.
Did you get that, Nancy?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, any other questions or comments on that motion or item? Okay, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Now, I think Commissioner Watts was talking about another motion to authorize the county judge to sign the proposed agreement with Bruckner on, what's it called?
Probably a stopgap contract.
Make whole agreement?
Yeah,
Make whole.
or hold harmless.
Hold harmless.
I don't know how you'd call that.
You know what?
Don't make me bid on that.
Let's wait on it, because again, I think it would be, before we approve it, none of us have seen it, so I think it would be good to wait.
Call it a sales agreement, I think.
Okay, I think we should wait on that one.
Nikki's gonna make me bid.
And then the final deal would be the sale of the dump truck on Purple Way,
What's the year, model, and
2020 Mack. Unit 5505.
is that currently precinct 5, or is it in?
It's currently in precinct 5.
All right, were you making that motion?
Yes, I can make that motion.
So the motion by Commissioner Watts is to approve the sale of the 2020 Mack dump truck, model 5505, out of precinct 5 on Purple Wave. Do we have a second?
Yes.
Also, on that note, if any of y'all, and I spoke to Mickey about the other items, that if they come, if y'all have other items, let me know, and I'll make sure we get them photographed.
And I will say that if Barry's needing a dump truck, I'm not opposed to him buying a dump truck from us.
He's gonna make me bid on it, so.
But I don't.
We'll send you the link to the Purple Wave.
All righty then. I'll just vote no for the.
We'll even give you a battery with it, so you have more than one.
Make
Okay, we've got a motion by Commissioner Watts, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to approve the sale of the 2020 Mack dump truck, model 5505, on Purple Wave. Do we have any questions or comments on that motion or that item?
I don't know if it matters, but it's unit 5505, it's not the model number.
Sorry, dump truck unit 5505,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Any other questions or comments on that motion item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. I really did think you might go no.
How's the air conditioner working that truck?
Yeah, good.
Okay, as part of this discussion, do we have any other?
Well, the road tractors, I mean, can we move forward with those to get in rotation?
I think we have to have something to say that we're gonna get them in order.
Yeah, I think, but since that one's not I would prefer we wait on that one.
Can we maybe put it, what do we want to have? What would you like to have in order to move forward with those? The sooner we get on it doesn't open up till this month.
We gonna do them next year or this year?
Next year.
Well, we've got to be able to replace them immediately, because that'll be right in the rock hauling season.
Yeah, we won't, I bet you, Mark, we can't take possession of them until this time next year, if
We're not,
anything.
we're not asking to sell the road tractors right now. We're just asking to get approval to order.
To get
some
approval to order.
for 2025 delivery. We're not selling the tractor.
Do we have any specifics on the new ones?
I do have those specs on the new ones, and I can get that too. We can put that back on and
I think
look at those.
I think that would be best.
Cleaner. Have a complete motion and all the specs.
Okay. Any other discussion or action on this item? Okay. Let's go to item number 5, which is motion to authorize county judge to sign interlocal agreement for the improvement of Bowman Road in Archer County, Texas. So Archer County Commissioner Scarborough, Jeff, was he talking to you or was he talking?
Yeah, he reached out to me first, I know.
So similar to what we did last year as part of an interlocal agreement with them, this would be, they prepare, it's a 1 1/4 mile section on Bowman Road. They prepare it for chip sealing help from Wichita County Road and Bridge guys, and then we would charge them the FEMA rate, which we have here, but they haven't changed them since 2023. So it'd be the same rate level that was part of the agreement last year. We charge them the FEMA rate for use of the equipment, and then charge them our hours for our employees.
Which we did really well last year on those numbers, and we came out ahead of the equation. It wasn't, this is very similar, probably a little less length than what we did last time. But, and they're far more equipped, being prepped towards it.
What's the timing, like soon or?
Well, it's really up to us.
So it's up to us, that's why the agreement's written.
And
I
so
don't-
that,
I don't mind helping out neighbors, but I just really don't, to me, we've got more than enough stuff for ourselves to do. And to go start chip sealing everyone else's county. Again, I don't mind helping our neighbors. If it's a continuous road, does this road ever?
Bowman's right there by Lakeside City.
But it's in Lakeside City. It never comes into Wichita. It never approaches Wichita County.
No.
You know, I don't have a problem with a continuous road, but going into a county in a non-continuous road that does not abut our county, I just have a problem. I don't mind helping our neighbors. But
Okay.
we're pulling our people off on a job that we need to be working on our own roads.
I mean, again, the way the agreement is written is that it's completely up to Wichita County to decide when to do the work, so I would imagine it would only be happening when there was no other pressing work taking its place. But
Yeah, we've got to finish precinct 3. We have some loose ends probably to tie up from all of us.
Precinct 2 won't be there till my bridge is fixed, which we should start this next week, so.
I mean, we've all got pressing things. That's the problem.
But we're not under a time constraint on this at all as far as walking in there and shooting it. That's really all that we're gonna be required to do.
And that is just a chip seal. And they've learned a lot, how to get prepped, I think a little bit better now.
You know,
And
if we
it went pretty fast last time.
But even if we agree to do it, if we're just pressed and can't get to it, we just can't get to it. I mean, we've got the option.
Right.
The rate's pretty good. It's not
Yeah.
bad, yeah.
If we do it, I'll participate, but
Well, we appreciate I appreciate your thought on that, Mark. I agree with you. We've got a lot going on, a lot to do. We can find something to do, no doubt about that.
yeah, if it's a continuous road, if it came into precinct 1, I don't have a problem whatsoever of doing a continuous road. It's when we go fully into another county where I take an exception. Cause we got more than enough stuff to keep us busy.
okay.
But I still like to be a good neighbor. I'll make the motion, we approve it.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to authorize the county judge to sign the interlocal agreement for the improvement of Bowman Road in Archer County, Texas, from Commissioner Finn Cannon, seconded by Commissioner Watts. Do we have any other discussion or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 6, receive update on courthouse renovations and county courthouse annexes. Commissioner Beecham.
We're pretty close to the same place we were last week. It's not that a lot's not being done, it's just we're not seeing big results right now. We're still in the commissioning phase of the HVAC at the annex. We got felt a little bit of a curveball yesterday from the city inspectors that required us to remove some ceiling tile and insulation that had already been installed. We're working through that. We've got to get that, all the above ceiling stuff done before we can turn it over to be occupied, so we're waiting on that final inspection. 30th, we ran into a little bit of a hiccup that's gonna slow us down by about a week. In building the bar wall, it wasn't built to what we believed, Wichita County, that is, believed the spec was, so some of it had to be torn out and redone, which, while they're working on that, they can't start the staining, which was supposed to start this week, because all the woodwork has to be done before we move the painter in there to do the stain work, so we lost about a week on that, so. But everything else is moving along pretty well.
Any other,
That's all I've got.
any questions on that? Okay. All right, that is it for the regular agenda. And correct me if I get this wrong, Melvin. Let's see. Is it 551.0711?
For the closed session,
Uh-huh.
I mean, you don't have to do chapter and verse.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head exactly which statute it is.
All right, it's
For consultation.
11:30, and at this time, we will go into closed session as authorized by Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, to discuss the legal implications of pending matters before the court. So at this time, I'd like to ask that the courtroom be vacated, except for the following folks: County Treasurer, Civil Attorney, County Auditor, Janet, Annette, our County Clerk, Sheriff Duke, Chief Rutledge, and our investigator, I'm sorry, the name? J.T. Mitchell. Investigator at the Sheriff's Office, J.T. Mitchell. And I'd ask that the courtroom be cleared of everyone else. All right, it is 11:54, and we are back into open session. Let me find the... Can I see your... Thanks. Where we are discussing the item, the motion to transfer to 7457.
Yes, 74.
There it is. Motion to transfer $7,457 from Fund 216, Reserve for Self-Insurance, to replace missing funds from December 2023 in the county clerk's office.
I would make that motion with the caveat that this is fee-specific money that's collected by that office. It's not tax dollars. It's fee-specific money that's put aside for use in such occasions, so.
And I'll second.
Okay. All right, that motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon to transfer $7,457 from that fund, which, as Commissioner Beecham reminds us, is fee money to handle circumstances like this one. We have any questions or comments on that motion or the item itself? Okay, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. It is 11:55 and court is adjourned.